All right. So like I was saying, so today's lesson is stop gambling with your legacy. And so like I just was telling them before I started recording, I started a little too early accidentally. But now I'm back on track, and I was telling them that I feel like the best time for me to be speaking on this subject is right now, because I'm living through the process of me working on this daily to stop gambling with my legacy and make the most of it. So the very first thing I got here in my notes I want to put is count on yourselves, because you know exactly what you need out of life. And so usually we get caught up in a situation where we allow other people to start dictating for us. And in reality, what the next person have in mind for you is usually not that much. So we sit around waiting for not that much, but to expect to make a lot from not that much. So I want to tell y'all, start counting on yourself for a lot of everything that happens. And there's nothing wrong with that, because being independent is one of the strongest things that you could be as a female or a male on this whole earth, is just to be independent and strong and self-efficient, self decision making. And so that goes on to the next part of this it's really a three-part beginning. And it's the price is easy if the promise is clear. And so when I say that, I'm saying like, somebody help me out. Give me an example of something that y'all like coming up in high school, or Revere, since you are in high school. What's something that you really be wanting?
To just understand things the first time they like told to me or taught to me. Like, I don't want to have to go through the whole learning process. I just want to know it off it.
Well, that's part of the learning process, but I was speaking more. That's something. I mean, I don't know how to answer that, but that's something. I'm talking more materialistic. Like, what's something that you kind of really like, or what you really wish you had right now?
A car.
Oh, that's a perfect one. A car. So if you know for a fact, if you go to a job for a week straight, that the check is going to be big enough for you to get a car, you wouldn't miss a day. I would assume, because that's something that if you invest just 1 week, one steady week of just going every day, that you can have that car. Now that's a goal that doesn't seem that far, and it don't seem that hard or that long. So it's something that you're willing to, promise, like that's clear. That's a clear path of what you want. And so the price of it is you dedicating that time and them hours and working for that week. But the promise is that car that you're gonna get. And it's clear to you that this is what you get once you get that car. And so I want y'all to use that same principle throughout the whole process of, stopping gambling with your legacy. Because if you can make a clear process or a clear thought process and what you want your legacy to be at the end, and you understand that it's going to take X, Y, and Z to get there, it'll make doing X, Y, and Z, a little easier. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like you giving power to that legacy once more. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're willing to do everything that it takes to get there. And then I also want to speak to the younger generation who too chilling with us. I want to tell y'all that it's I want to make it kind of simpler, because how I worded that kind of might be a little crazy, because it's words that's took from somebody else. And I always tell people that, being a teacher, education is simply delivering the knowledge with your own swag. So I don't want to sit here and word bite everything he's saying. It'd be kind of hard for y'all to dissect it. So I want to say, see the promise of the future, but if the vision is not made clear, they wouldn't really want to pay attention. They really wouldn't want to give it that attention that is needed, whether it's simply paying attention in school or whether it's simply following daily principles. So if I want you to, I don't know how to word it. I'm getting better with this. For the students who watch this in the future, man, this is all a learning process as I'm going along as well. So I want y'all to understand, like I say at the beginning of this, I'm still going through the process of stop gambling with my own legacy. and I'm still, I'm still trying to figure out the right words to explain it, because I'm really passionate about letting y'all understand and getting y'all clear to get a handle on the future now. Because we can't change what happened yesterday. We can't, in some situations, change what's going on right now. Some we can, but most of them we can't. So only thing we can do is get a handle on the future. And that's kind of the easiest way for me to vocalize that. I want to try to, moving on to the second part of today's lesson is I want to simplify setting goals for everybody today. Like I said, I want to make it super short, super simple. And it's just kind of like an intro. I just want to get the information that I have out and get everybody's opinions or, even thoughts on what was said. But we're going to start off with a simple question. How do y'all feel is the easiest way to set a goal?
Write it down.
Correct. Now, y'all probably couldn't hear because her stuff muted, but my wife said, decide what you want and write it down. That's the easiest way in the world it is to simply set goals. Decide what you want, whether it's ordinary. It could be something so simple as I want to go to the gym twice a week. That's something simple and ordinary, but it's a commitment. You could do something extraordinary. I want to own a yacht. I want to have a yacht and a penthouse connected to for when I don't want to sit in my yacht. You feel me? You can have an extraordinary goal, whatever it is. Even a foolish goal. Yeah, it don't matter. Whatever it is, I just want y'all to get comfortable with making goals and actually sticking to what you write down. So once you get inside of a mode of doing that, like I got another little hashtag for myself that came, like I said, we came with my process of doing this with these lists is I never throw away, or if I do put it on, I got a dry erase board right in front of me. If I write it on my dry erase board and I finish everything, I snap a picture of it when it's done, because I never want to forget all the steps that it took for me to get there. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's my personal blueprint. No matter how, like I say, I got foolish stuff on some of my lists, I got romantic stuff on some of my lists, but I just keep it there. What you looking like that for? You don't remember random roses and none of this?
No, but is it still on there?
I ain't got time for you, lady. Look, man, like I say, hold on to you guys' lists, because that's like y'all personal timeline, blueprint of y'all story, because I know every single one of y'all are going to be great people. Y'all gonna do great things. The person that y'all gonna attract to become is gonna be an awesome person. And I'm the first person to say it. So give me my kudos. All this recorded too. So yeah, I said it first. And then, so the next thing is I want y'all to make reasons make a difference. Always put a reason behind your goals. You get what I'm saying? So, set a goal that make you stretch, so far that once it's achieved, you create that person who you want to become. You feel me? I don't know how I can stress that enough. I ain't gonna keep repeating it. I just want y'all to hold on to that. Maybe if y'all even, I'll repeat it probably once, but y'all can write it down. I say I want y'all to set a goal that it makes you stretch so far that once you achieve it, you create the person that you want to become.
Okay, set a goal.
Yep, that make you stretch so far that once you achieve it, you create the person who you want to become. And then, like I say, I want you to start, give yourself a challenge to have a better vision for your future while you in the process of making your goals. Visualize where you see Dewell in 5 years. Visualize where you see Rovere in 5 years. Same thing for my wife. Visualize where you see Honest Detailing and Power Wash going in the next few months. What expansions could you come up with? What ideas could you come up with? Hey, you guys, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna grab this computer charge and run right back to you guys. one you got the speed charger in the back.
Yeah. No, I got the box. I didn't have your. Huh?
What about that?
Right here.
What about that?
Right. Here.
Yeah. But like I was saying, right before I left off, I want y'all to give yourself a challenge when you're making your goal lists to have a vision for a better future, or what would you would like to see yourself. And so I want y'all to also take this down in y'all notes, that the greatest value in life is not about what you get or what you gain from people or the materialistic things. The greatest value in life is what you become. Exactly like I was saying. Right before I got into this, when I was telling you guys, I'm the first person to tell you that I know that y'all gonna become something great. I know that y'all on the path of greatness. I know that, it's gonna come with trials and tribulations, but with the grace of God and literally the fight within y'all, I know y'all can overcome anything. And I know y'all probably overcame a lot already. And so just keep on, racking up them medals, man, because y'all going down in history. And so I already told y'all I want y'all to set the goals to where it really, you see yourself already wanting to be there. So it's something that's more of a want than it's something that's a need. Because a lot of people who going through life right now,
Just read it for the, continue to talk though.
a lot of people who, who going through life right now is going through life unsatisfied because they doing it just to survive, and they not doing it because it's a want, and they actually get joy while doing these actions, which they do for money. Whether that's, some people are crossing guards and they probably don't like kids much. That's probably not the best job for them. That's just being true. But they must do it to provide for their family or provide for themselves and whatever else they need, when they could be happily, at peace being a music producer. Being a music producer is exactly what they want to do or what they would like to do. They probably the world's best beat maker in the world. But because they don't know how to make money off them resources, that they can't. So they stuck with an unhappy lifestyle. And so what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to become almost masters in the field of using your resources to fund your lifestyle. It be the income for you to live off of. So that way you're not so sad when you work. You feel me? You attack your job with 110 every morning, because when you was asleep, you was thinking about waking up to go do this. You feel me? That's how I want y'all to be. And that's with everything, whether it's clothes designer. That's why I said on the list, I want all entrepreneurs, clothes designer, business owners, anybody who, okay, so the meeting will end in about 10 minutes. I told you guys it was gonna be relatively short. I might start up another one if anybody wanna, chop it up a little bit longer.
Read my paper.
I'm most definitely open to. My wife got some.
No, just read it to yourself first. So take a minute and then see if it's relevant.
Read them. This book. Oh man, I like that one. So my wife just came with two quotes. I'm gonna read the first
Well,
one.
the second one is my thought. The first one is a quote.
I'm gonna read this quote she just showed me, and then I'm gonna read the second one, which is her thoughts. It say, a person that can't forgive is a person who has forgotten how much they've been forgiven. That's deep. So, the little note that she attached to it before the quote is something after the quote too. She say, read them this quote, because you'll never know if you're holding back their blessings, or if they're holding back their blessings. So, I mean, God working mysterious ways, and sometimes he sent people as vessels, and maybe that just was put on her heart for a reason to speak that out. So the fact that she did, I most definitely, if I can get the verbal consent from everybody who in here, if I can load this video up to YouTube, I want somebody out there in YouTube and the YouTube world to hear that as well. So do I get a consent from Duell?
Yep.
Ravelle, I got the consent to post this to YouTube.
Well, is that?
Yes.
All right.
How you doing?
So
Yeah.
so yeah, man, if that was needed to be heard, man, I most definitely want y'all to take into account of what she said there. And then she said, have no burdens of people who hurt you or let you down. You truly forgive and love. God will love you and give you everything you ask. And she put a little heart emoji right there, hand droopy out. And so I actually have some more stuff to say. I know it's going to be ended very soon. I got about 7 minutes and 45 seconds. So if anybody has some questions, y'all can go ahead and ask right now. All right, well, no questions.
Where's your mom?
I'm gonna leave off with, don't set your goals too low, because we always want to see each other prospering. And then also I want to teach y'all something. I want somebody, whoever could come up with the answer to what does live in the summit means for next Thursday when we hop on. Live in the summit. Write that down so y'all don't forget it.
Live in a summer.
Live in the summit. SUMMIT. Live in the summit. If y'all know what live in the summit means, y'all win $15 to y'all cash out. Now get off my notes. See, like she trying to cheat. She trying to cheat. And so I want y'all to keep on operating at high powers. I want y'all to go where demands are high. I want y'all to go where expectations are out the roof, even higher than what the demands are. So keep pushing, keep chasing more, keep loving, keep living. Remember, unity and love beats all. And I want y'all to also know the challenge in life. The main 2 challenges in life is development of our full potential. That's personal development all the way across the board, and wise use of our resources. Them is the 2 hardest challenges of life. I want y'all to write that down for future note references. You know, maybe even make a cool wallpaper out of it. Look at it in the morning. Motivate yourself. Remember that the 2 major life challenges is development of full potential and then wise use of our resources. You know, financial independence definition is the ability to live from the income of your resources. So,
Can you repeat the 2 challenges?
development, write that down, of our full potential. That's number 1. And then number 2 is wise use of our resources. We must take advantage of our resources to the max. People don't understand they have assets sitting around and never use their assets. The biggest assets in the world right now is our cell phones and computers. I make majority of my income off of my computer or my cell phone. The rest of my income comes from me physically having to do orders or drive, you know, do DoorDash and stuff. But what I want to say is the power of technology is outweighing all of that. So use these resources. Gain back you guys that self-time, man. Yep, and I don't want to get into nothing else. Like I said, I had a little more I wanted to speak to, but we did start a little late. Yep, I also want you all to understand, you know, I understand that the people that y'all about to come is going to be great people. So I got to tell myself this too a lot. And that we got to understand that the more that we are given in life is the more that we must give out. That's why the more knowledge I get in, the more, you know, thoughts that come to my brain that I feel that is empowering to others, I try to vocalize and get it out there, because the more that I get, the more I must give. That's so I can keep on collecting. That way God keep providing me knowledge. I feel like our brain is like the biggest computer, the very first computers that God designed, and he allowed us to download great things into it. but we got to earn them great things to get the download, the next software update. So, my man D-Man, aka Dewell, aka D-Man, also has his own YouTube channel, man. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. So, man, shout yourself out, man. Let them people know where they can find you, get some more footage from you.
My YouTube just Dewell, D-U-A-Y-L.
How you doing, Dewell? I'm doing well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Can I say something?
Yep, go ahead, bro.
Next time, I know you probably want to say this on the next session, but next time I want you to talk about, even though you can have a plan, you can have a goal, how do you not get distracted by others and get distracted by wanting to go drink and have fun and be kind of like, you got to be separated out, and people will look at you weird, or people look at you like boring because you're trying to focus on your own goals. Like, I want you to talk about that and like how to focus on that and mindset to develop on that. If you don't got time.
All right. That's a simple answer and a quick one. I can get into it deeper because it's kind of like what we just talked about. Like I say, you got to make sure that
not give a damn what the hell the next person thinks.
The price is easy. The price is easy if the promise is clear. If you got a clear, fast path and you focus on what the well want, you're gonna be able to cancel out all them distractions because you know you focused on this, you hungry. And so, like I say, like I know that I want certain stuff, and sometimes I spend money on stuff that's not needed. So my wife is there to always kind of put that little bug in my ear, like, you said you wanted to do this and you doing this. So it get irritated. You be like, I know what I said, but it's also a friendly reminder to stay on track. You feel me?
Excuse me, Mr. Blue.
But like I say, man, just focus on the promise. The promise is the well got whatever this goal is he want to get accomplished, but he know the price is he can't go drink with his homeboys right now. And my mama said, and my mama and my little sister say and pray, God, most definitely. God. Definitely, because sometimes you be feeling so weak that you're gonna give up, and it's like, where do you get the power to keep going? And if that truly be God power right there. So, yep, pray.
And if you can't find the words and you don't, because everybody don't know how to pray, you just call them, you ask them help, Lord.
I don't take basic.
That's true. Because that, and sometimes I have to do that with just, oh man, it's a less than a minute left. It's finna end, you guys. I enjoyed my time, man. And I'm gonna probably start it up. I'm gonna text you guys in 1 second, let y'all know what we're gonna do. And we'll take